afternoon, everyone. Now we'll study a lesson from the book of English of Standard 6, and the name of the chapter is Who Did Patrick's Homework? So let us see what is the story all about. So here it is the explanation. So this story is all about Patrick, a boy. So Patrick never does homeworks. He feels it is boring. So Patrick goes to school but doesn't love to do homeworks. He feels it is very boring. He plays hockey, basketball, and Nintendo. So Nintendo here is a video game. He loves to play hockey, he loves to play basketball and Nintendo, but doesn't do his homework because he feels it is very boring. Patrick's teachers warn him to do his homeworks, otherwise he won't learn anything. So as usual, all teachers used to warn their students to do their own homework so that they would learn something or the other. But here also same, the teachers, they warn Patrick to do his homeworks because if he doesn't do his homework he would learn nothing. Sometimes he feels like an ignorant person who lacks education is ignorant person, but he hated homework. So it's true really, that Patrick, he feels sometimes like an ignorant person who doesn't know about education, but he, what to do, he hates homeworks. So what, let us see what happens in Patrick's life. One day, Patrick found his cat playing with a doll. So, what happened one day, Patrick found his cat was playing with a doll. But to his surprise, he saw that it was not a doll but a small tiny man. So, Patrick was very surprised to see that his cat was playing not with a doll but it was a tiny man. We call it elf. The tiny man had a little woolen shirt with old-fashioned trousers and a tall hat like that of a witch. So, this tiny man, he had a little woolen shirt, he had old-fashioned trousers and a very tall hat which was like a witch. The tiny man asked Patrick to save him from the cat and he would grant Patrick a wish. So this tiny man, he was attacked by the cat and he asked Patrick to save him from the cat, and in return he would grant Patrick a wish. So Patrick was very happy because he asked the tiny man to do all his homeworks till the end of the semester. So Patrick, he asked this tiny man to do all his homeworks till the end of the semester. The tiny man was disturbed, but he promised Patrick to do as he wished. This tiny man, he was very angry, but he told Patrick that he would grant his wish. He will do his homeworks for him. Truly, the little elf began to do Patrick's homework. So, this elf, he started to do Patrick's homeworks. But the elf was having problems in doing the homework. It is naturally because elf, it is not a human being. He won't know anything about homeworks. He does not understand what to do and always asks Patrick to help him. So because he doesn't understand what are homeworks and how to do them, so this elf always asks Patrick in order to help him. So Patrick had to help him in any way or the other. Patrick had to help this elf in order to do his homework. The elf asked Patrick to get him a dictionary. The elf also asked him to get him a dictionary. Patrick had to search meanings of each and every word in the dictionary. So Patrick himself, he had to search the meanings, he had to read them aloud, and he had to explain to this elf about the meanings of each and every word. Next, the elf also faces problem in maths. So maths was also the subject which this person is having problem in doing homeworks. He doesn't know what are timetables, addition, subtraction, division and fraction. So the elf doesn't know what are timetable, what are addition, subtraction, doesn't know anything. So it was very troublesome for him to do the homework. Patrick needed to guide the elf. So Patrick needed to guide this elf. Patrick had to go to the library and bring more and more books for the elf. He had also to read the books for him. So Patrick himself had to go to the library and search more and more books. He had to explain the elf about the books and he had to also read them out for him. The elf had become a nag. So nag is a person who always disturbs for something for Patrick. So this elf, he had become a disturbance to Patrick because he was always disturbing him for doing the homeworks. Patrick had to work very hard to fulfill the demands of the elf. So Patrick had to work very hard in order to help the elf to do his homeworks. He had to remain awake at night and felt very tired. His eyes swollen and was very tiresome. So Patrick was very tired. He had to remain awake late at night and his eyes were also swollen. Next, what happens? The last day of the school arrives. So the last day of the school came. There were no homeworks and the elf was free to go. He quietly slipped out of the back door. So what happens? It was the last day of the school. There were no homeworks for the elf to do. The elf was free. So he quietly walked out of the back door and he went out of Patrick's house. So Patrick got A grade in the exam. So it was very good that Patrick got A grade in the exams. His friends were amazed. His teachers were very happy. His friends were amazed because it was very shocking for them that Patrick got A grade in the exams. Patrick's parents wondered what had happened to Patrick because he was totally changed. He was a model kid now. He cleaned his room, he do his course, was cheerful and never rude. So his whole attitude changed. Patrick was very good now. He used to do his own works. He was cheerful. He was never rude again. Still, in the end, Patrick thought that the tiny man had done all his homeworks. So Patrick, till the end also, he thought that this elf, he had helped him doing his homework, but it was the reality. But the reality was, it was not the elf, but it was Patrick himself who had done his homework, because the elf wouldn't understand what are homework. So Patrick had to help him continuously. Patrick had to do hard work for him. So in this way, Patrick learned to do his own homework. He learned many things about his studies, and so he himself earned his A grade. So this is all about the story. Hope you have learned many things from this story. Now coming to the exercises. Who did Patrick's homework? So question number 1, write the meanings of the following words. Nintendo is a video game. Ignoramus, an ignorant person who lacks education. Breeches, these are short trousers. Dishcloth, a cloth used for washing dishes. Hamper is a basket with a lid. So when this Patrick, he told the elf to help him to do his homework. So this tiny man, he thought that he was like a dishcloth who have thrown himself in a hamper, that is a basket with a lid, like a dustbin. Grimace scowl pursued his lips. His face had these expressions showing disgust, anger and disapproval. When Patrick asked him to do his homeworks, this elf, he had these expressions. He was showing disgust, anger and disapproval. Glitch, a fault in a machine that prevents it from working properly. Here, hitch or problem. So this elf was having problem in doing homeworks. Nag, I have already told, one who troubles someone all the time by complaining or asking them to do something. Drag, something dull and uninteresting. Slyly, secretively. Course, work that must be done every day, often boring. So these are the word meanings. Next we come to the question answers. Number 1. What did Patrick think his cat was playing with? What was it really? Patrick thought that his cat was playing with a little doll. Patrick's cat was not playing with a doll. It was a man of the tiniest size. He had a little woolen shirt with old-fashioned trousers and wore a hat like that of a witch. So this is the answer of question number 1. Number 2, why did the little man grant Patrick a wish? Patrick's cat was disturbing the little man, so he requested Patrick to save him from the cat and he will grant him a wish. Next, number 3, what was Patrick's wish? Patrick hated to do his homework, so he wished the elf to do all his homework till the end of the semester. Next is number 4. In what subjects did the little man need help to do Patrick's homework? The elf needed help in almost all the subjects, especially maths. How did Patrick help him? The next question, Patrick had to search meanings of words in the dictionary. He needed to go to the library and search more and more books to make the elf understand the homework. Next is number 6. Who do you think did Patrick's homework? The little man or Patrick himself? Give reasons for your answer. The answer is Patrick himself had done his homework. Patrick, in order to help the elf understand his subjects and his homeworks, had to go through many books. He had to search meanings in the dictionary, which made him not only do but also learn his homeworks. So these are the question answer. Next is question number 3. Fill in the blanks with appropriate words or phrases from the brackets. So the options are given here. We need to answer. Some people find household dash a bore, but I like to help at home. Course is the answer. Who stole the diamond is still a dash. Mystery will be the answer. Next, number C. This dash we are going to have a class exhibition. Semester is the answer. Next, number D, dash, the elf began to help Patrick. True to his word will be the answer. Number E, can you dash this word in the dictionary? Look up. Number F. I started early to be on time, but I was dash. There was a traffic jam. Out of luck, like unlucky. Number G. She says she's got a lot of books, but it's between you and me. I think most of them are borrowed. So between you and me, that is secret. This is the answer for this question. So I hope all of you have understand. For your homework, you need to write all the exercises in a separate notebook, which will be checked when the school reopens. Thank you.